Well, good morning. All right. Well, first live this morning, and it is Tuesday, March 12th, and we're gonna start trading the market. So this is my first live. So let's talk about what happened this morning at 5:30. We had a big push up from news, and we're sort of consolidating at that top part of that big candle. Let's see what happens off the open. So we're going to give it just a few more minutes here. And it is what, 6:23. So we've got about 8 minutes or so, 7 minutes or so before the market opens. Let's talk about my bias this morning. All right, let's click over to some different. All right. So what I like to do is take a look at the market sessions. So the pink box is the Tokyo session, the blue box is the London session, and we obviously went above the Tokyo, consolidated most of the night, did a big push up at the 5:30 news candle, and then we started consolidating. Right now, I am sort of bullish bias because here's what I'm seeing on the daily candle. So this side right here is we're starting to get a pullback on the daily candle. And I'm expecting maybe like half or maybe more of this candle. So we'll see. I think we're going to get a little bit of a push up this morning. Oh. I just got too many things open here. All right, so I'm expecting a push up a little bit more this morning. Although we're getting a little bit of pressure from the top end. So we'll see what happens. So what do I like to trade? I like to trade pressure. And I've been doing this for a while. So I'm in my, I don't know, 5th year of trading. And the reason why I call ourselves failed trading or call me failed trading is because, yeah, I kind of suck at this. So we can suck together, I guess. At least we have coffee, right? So I most recently blew a challenge last week at the end of the week. So Thursday of last week, I blew a $150,000 account by being an idiot and started over on Friday. And so far in that account, we are up $1,039 on a 50K account. And I've got about $2,000 to go to see if I can pass that challenge. Hopefully we can. We'll see. All right, let's take a look at our 15-minute here. All right, so you'll notice I got a lot going on my chart here. So I've got 15-minute bars, and then the overlay, this other bar here is a 4-hour bar. So what I like to see is where we're going on the lower time frames compared to where we are on the higher time frames. I also have a few moving averages going on, which is the 200 moving average, which is the red line, 50 moving average, which is the green line, the 20 moving average, which is the yellow line, and the 8 moving average, which is the purple line. And all these are just simple moving averages. I'm not trying to be fancy. And then I've got volume on the bottom and RSI below that. And really what I'm doing is I'm measuring pressure. There's a couple of other things that I take a look at. And so we're going to open up a couple more screens here. And we're going to take a look at what is the tick and VIX. And so what I'm looking for on the tick is, are we hanging out below the zero line, which has given me some pressure to the downside, or are we hanging out above the zero line, which is going to give me pressure to the upside? On my VIX, I'm not necessarily looking for are we going up or down? What I'm looking for, are we consolidating or are we expanding? And I really like to wait for that expansion, and then on the VIX, and then take it to the opposite direction on the NASDAQ. And then the other fundamentals that I look at are the advanced decline line, as well as the vol. And these are both similar. I'm looking for, are we hanging out above zero or below zero? Are we above zero or are we below zero? We can kind of take a look at yesterday. And yesterday was a consolidation day, and you can see that the vol whipsawed around, but even worse on the advanced decline line. The day before that, we had a huge trend, and you can kind of see those trends keep going. So we have a lot of pressure to the downside, and it just keeps sort of going in a direction. And so that's what I'm kind of playing on. So, and then the other thing that I look at is the opening range. And so you'll see me draw some boxes here in just a little bit around where we are on that opening range. And I use the 1 minute chart, but I'm really looking at the 1 and 5 minute opening ranges. And then are we hanging out above that or are we hanging out below that? And that's going to tell me the pressure that we're going to have for that day. So yeah, here we go. We are on the open. This is going to be our first candle. So let's get ready to draw our box. And really, when I'm trading micros. And I'm really sticking to like 1 micro. So here's my 1 minute box. And we're going to wait for this candle to end. And then we're going to see what happens after that. This game is about patience. So a lot of you are probably thinking, I want to get in right now. We're going up. And we totally could be, because see over here on this 15 minute, we're sort of surfing this 8 moving average. So I am long bias this morning. But we kind of got to let the whipsaw do what it's going to do before we decide to get in. What we'll see is a lot of times we'll bounce in between this 1 minute, and then we'll start expanding to the 5 minute. So I'm going to get ready with my next box. See, we're probably trying to get people to all jump into the upside, and then we're looking to wreck all of them to the downside. And then once everybody decides, hey, I'm going to switch to the downside, we'll go back and wreck them back to the upside. We're going to do this for at least that first 5 minutes. Or, you know, it could just blast off. You never know, right? But if you notice here, we are hanging out still kind of in and around that 1 minute range. And right now we are at, this is our 3rd minute candle. I would expect maybe a test to the bottom of that 1. Well, or not. We're going to keep going up. Let's see where we're starting off on our advanced decline line. So we're above. Oh, and we're really far above here on the advanced decline line. A lot of pressure to the upside. Hanging out on the upside here too on the tick. So still got a lot of pressure to the upside. And we're bouncing in this range, but we didn't quite break the low. So let's see. Still going up. We're going to wait for our 5 minutes. I want to get in early because right now our risk is pretty high, right? Like if we drop all the way to the bottom of that 5 minute range, we are going to get smoked. We got a lot of pressure to the upside though. Which let's see. Well, let's see if we can get a pullback this morning. No, we're going to just go ahead and break that high. Now, here's where it gets a little tricky because we are headed right to the top of that London session range. And so what could happen is we could peak above and then crash all the way below here. I mean, if we think about it, on this daily candle, we're already we've already expanded. So we're probably going to get a nice little range here on our 5 minute. There we go. Yeah. All right. Let's see what happens. We're going to get our pullback. So are we going to keep going up? So are we going to create a little base above that 1 minute? Keep expanding to the upside? Or are we going to test the bottom of that little range and kind of surf more on that 8? So today I'm looking at streaming at least for the first hour, unless we, get lucky and rock our profit target right out of the gate. So I'm normally a first hour trader. Don't like to trade much more than that because I am not good at the middle of the day. I try to get in 1 or 2 micros, make me a couple $100 in the morning. So 200-300, take my profit and call it a day. See if we can do that today. All right, we got a nice 5 minute range going on. Things are holding above the 1. Our tick is bouncing off a 0, so this could actually be a really good time to get in. And we've gone to the top, so we might start getting a pullback and then horseshoe back up. Our vol is also above 0, so we got a lot of pressure to the upside right now. Let's take a look and see what happens. All right, all we can do now is sit on our hands and wait. Although this might be a really great time to jump in. Let's give it just a second. I'd really like it to see it break that 5 minute range, hold above, and then keep going. But we are surfing this 8 moving average. Our 2 moving average here is also pointing up. So we might be working for our expansion here in just a second. What do you think? Should we jump into the upside? Kind of like it. Except for the part where we're kind of stuck in this upper guy. So here's our lower range. And here's our upper range right here. So we're right in the middle here. haven't quite taken the high of the London session. So if we start heading down, I would say later, that's what we're looking to do. Ooh, perfect. Nice little drop. Get everybody moving to the downside. This might be a good spot right now to get in. But we could also drop to the end of, like, we could just hit all the way to the bottom of this part right down here. But we're going to jump into the upside. See what happens. If we can get a good expansion up, coming off of those moving averages. See if we can get a little bit of momentum to the upside. I'm not going to let this hang out for too long before I jump out. Ooh, I like it. Let's get one more. All right, let's get it. Give myself a little bit more room. I really want to see this break that high. Break the high. Don't break the high. All right, let's do this. Haven't seen if anybody's jumped in yet into the chat. I don't see anybody, but we'll see. All right, come on. Push it. Push it. Break that high. We're looking for this leg up. Layout structure, right? See this part right here? We have a leg, we have a pullback, and then I want to see it break the high. If we can't break the high, I'm probably going to jump out if it comes back to my break even, because that means we might, like, if we're not going to keep expanding up and finish our next push, then we're in trouble. We're still hanging out on that 8, but we're about to break it. Oh, I just lost. Dang it. All right, let's see if we can get some more momentum to the upside. This is that patience, right? You gotta think those really smart people are trying to get everyone to jump into the downside if we're gonna keep going higher. So all those little fake pushes down are to get everyone to second guess themselves, or all these fake pushes ups are trying to get everyone to second guess themselves, right? Like, it could go either way. But the pressure that I'm seeing is to the upside, so I'm a little bit more confident. But we're not going to hang out here for too long and let them mess with me, because I'll jump out and then wait until things become more clear if we can't get some momentum up to the upside. All right, come on, push it. Take that high. Take that London high. That's what we're looking for. Let's take that London high and see if we can get a little bit more momentum above it. I mean, we're so close. Like, that London high is right there. So if we can just get a good push above, we'll make our profit today. That's all I'm looking for. Just a little bit of push above. Might take this $100 and then just wait for another $100. Oh, no, come on, come on, come on, push it. I want to be confident here, but man, they're such jerks on the open. This is why I trade small micros, right? Because I can get in, I can let it do its whipsaw thing. I'm seeing a 100-point swing, right? Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And if we completely collapse and I jump out, I'm down $100, which I can recover from. Problem, like when I get into like bigger stuff, so when I'm getting into the minis and that sort of thing, man, when things collapse, I just get wrecked. Why am I staying in? Well, we keep stopping on these moving averages, right? We're finding support on them, but if we completely bust down, I'm gonna jump out, which we seem to be. See that big tail on the 15-minute, which is the right hand screen? Bad news bears, man. Bad news bears. Even if we get a nice little move down, we're gonna hopefully recover, bring us back to the top. We might add. Oh, well, that's a bummer. Now we're $200 down when we didn't even make 100. So that's kind of a bummer. 15-minute is still holding on that 8 though. So we might add at least one, maybe two more here. Let's see what happens. Shit, I'm not going to add any. I'm just going to see what happens. Because if we just come back up to the top from this range, see, because right here, we're holding at our 1 minute. If we close below this, I'd like to just be out, right? Because we might be flipping. But we also might climb this back up to the top. What I don't like to see is this collapse so quickly. That means we couldn't find buyers above, so we discounted, but now we're finding buyers back here. So we're coming back in strong. But you got to keep that. Got to keep that. Sorry, I'm distracted watching this. I want to make sure that I don't miss. Because what I'm looking at is, see that pressure? See that downward pressure on that candle right there? That is worrying me a little bit, right? Like we're getting some upward pressure, but we're still getting a lot of sellers come in trying to push us lower. But also, like, we're still finding that we're above zero on our advanced decline line. We're above zero. See how this broke to the upside though? Don't like that. And we're holding above those moving averages. Dude, things are looking bad for the upside today. Feels like it wants to collapse, but we'll see. I still think we want to at least take that London high before we go lower. Which people know that. So it could just collapse as well. See all those topping tails right there? 1, 2. That doesn't look good, folks. We have our RSI. We have this little trend line coming up. So every time it comes up to the trend line, we keep moving back down. I really want to see it break this trend line, and then I'll have more confidence to the upside. But if it doesn't, see, look, we broke into overbought for the 15-minute, and we're creating support in the overbought. So confusing sometimes. I still think this guy right here tells the story. This guy says we want to go higher. folks be wanting that discount before we head to the upside? And this is also why, like, I get my butt kicked, right? Like, I think I know what I'm talking about, and then they come in and kick my butt. So we'll see. Bummer. We're about to break below our 1 minute. See this right here? Breaking below the 1 minute. Not good. Not good, folks. All right, we're out. Oh, first trade on stream. Loser. Damn it. All right, well, let's wait. Let's see what happens. I'm going to bounce off that. So here's the thing 15-minute, we're still above the 8. We're still above the 20. We're still above the 50, and they're all pointing to the upside. We've got tick pressure to the downside. We have our VIX running into this resistance right here, right? And we've got our advanced decline line and our vol above 0. We still have upward pressure, folks. We just took this liquidity right here. Let's see if we can make up our money here. Still feel like our upward momentum. So we're either going to win this trade. If we lose this trade, then we are going to be done for the day, because we're going to hit our daily loss of at least 500 bucks. So I'd like to stay under 500 on my losses. So we'll see. Let's see what we can do. So you're probably thinking, if this works out, right, and we go all the way back up to the top, like, why did you get out at the bottom? Well, look at that strong candle right there, right? Closing on its low or buy its low. Like this right here, this is... The only reason why I'm opening this trade is because we're at the bottom of this range. We just took this liquidity right here, and all my other signs are pointing that there's upward pressure today. So if I can get a push up and a pullback, I'll add 2 more. But right now, not looking good. We have not even broke this high right here. This is the high. This high, if we can break this high right here, this S, like, I would not even add right now until we break this structure, come and give a pullback, and then keep going up. If I can get a break of structure, come back, give me a pullback, and then I'll add, and then we'll continue. My biggest worry right now is we broke, and then we retested the 1 minute, and this structure says we're going down. So I might actually jump out here. Or not. All right, we almost broke that upward structure. Man, look at that downward pressure though, man. Damn. See that? They were getting us all sucked into the upside, and then they just crushed our dreams. Crushing our dreams. Can we do it? Can we get us a little bit of an expansion? See how it didn't close below this 15 or this 8-minute moving average? Like we just keep hovering right there, and this node, we just keep like bumping the bottom of it and then going back up, bumping the bottom of it, going back up. So, I mean, it's not ideal, but we're not in a bad position right now. I mean, it is confusing as all get out, but we got some things in our favor right now. And it gives you that hope too, right? Like it's like, oh hey, we're on. Nope. Yep. Oh, we're. Oh, nope. Yeah. Oh, nope. See, everything tells me right now I should be out of this play because I'm an idiot. Everyone else was seeing the same thing I was this morning too. Like, oh my gosh, look at that pullback. And now, like, they're just being jerks. Can't make money. Nope. If we let you make money, then they lose money. So, what I want to know is like, how can you figure this out, right? Like, this pushes up high, pullback, pushes up high, and then just completely falls apart. Like, why does it do that? Why does it do that? Well, I guess we're going to be done for today because I just got my ass handed to me. We're going to go to the bottom of this here real quick. See if we can take the low of that big ass candle and then reverse ourselves. Right now, I should change this to Revenge Trader. I do have a plan though. Like, I'm not just blindly moving my stop. Just because look, still above zero, still above zero. Tick. We didn't create a new low, and we could be going up. And we've got support right here with pressure. So it's not like I'm blindly trying to just hopium that this thing is not going to go to the top side. I really believe that there's upward pressure right now. There's so much upward pressure that this could be our fake out. But we could also head down to the bottom of the doldrums of the market today and completely wreck my account, which, happens. This is why I trade micros, because I would have already lost my account. Thing is right now, I don't know if you like, I want to have hope that this is going to fly, but mostly this is going to come up and peak above my break even, head back down. If it breaks the low, I'm out. If it doesn't break the low, and it could potentially reverse. So really what's probably going to happen is a little W here. So we're going to get a push up, we're going to push down, we're going to push back up, right? We need structure to play out. The market wants structure to play out. So as much as I just want this to be like boom to the top, it's not gonna. See what I mean? All right. I'm planning on doing these live streams for the first hour of the trading session, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So hopefully we see a little bit of profit this morning, or at least get us back to break even after our $341 loss. And maybe call it here in just a little bit. See, this totally right now is giving you hope, but still, like, markets like push two pushes, right? Like this to still go push one, we went down push two, and then we could still just drop like a rock. So I really want structure to break to the upside and then create me a higher low to give me confidence to like even adjust my position for a larger position. But still, like this move down right here, like I'm still not on a long bias necessarily. I mean, I am a long bias because I feel like the pressure is to the upside, but I won't be comfortable until we break that high. Like once we break this high right here, that's going to tell me if we're actually in an upward market. That'll give me a lot of confidence to add to my position on a pullback. But right now, like it looks like it wants to continue down. It wants to just rip. But we'll see. Once we get to break even, I got a decision to make. Check. maybe instead of saying failed trading, I should have just been like constantly in drawdown. That should be the name of this channel. Perpetual drawdown. I'm so bummed though, because right now my account was at 1,039 when we started this morning. Had 2 or 3 really good days. Oh, right, we're out. Well, folks, that was my day. Man, I don't understand. Everything was saying upside. I got advanced decline line way up on its pullback. I really do think this is gonna bam up to the top. I've got vol pushing on the top. I've got the tick here. I can do it again, folks. Got to. Everything says upside. Everything says upside. And I'm about to get rocked. Because everything says upside. I guess we're going to $1,000 loss today, guys. All right. Well, bummer. I'm going to lose my whole last 3 days of profit today. Bummer. If we do rip, though, like, we take out that high, it'll be a good day. But we're not. Because that's just not what happens for me.
Failed.
All right. Well, the hopium is there, folks. The hopium is there. And then it crushes my dreams. So, potentially, we'll see what happens. We've got a good strong push off. We've got surfing of these moving averages, and we're starting to move away. We're in alignment with our pullback. Things could be looking up for us. Right. Here we go. Get our pullback. Hold above the 8. And then get us a push up. Problem is we're kind of getting a little bit of resistance here off of that 50. But I like how the 50 is curling back up to the upside. So we'll see. We might be able to get back to the top. I still think we're going to take that London high. I mean, it's just right there. And the Asian low is hundreds of points below us. So, like, you would think that we would push to that liquidity above, especially after that huge push up. Right. So excited about my coffee this morning. My son roasts coffee, and we've got this really cool eucalyptus, or not eucalyptus, Ethiopian and Peru blend. Oh, it's so good. So good. If you haven't explored roasting your own coffee, if you're a coffee drinker, it is a game changer. Game changer. Man, see this wick right here? It is causing so much resistance right now. It's crazy. My question though is when I hit break even, do I take my profit? Because we're up quite a bit right now. It's just a little early this morning, you know? Like, I know better than that. I know they whipsaw in the morning, and I just thought, you know, we broke above the 1 minute. We were holding above the 1 minute box. I had a good thought that we might do a little bit of a pullback back down before we head to the upside, and we did. Pressure's all still to the upside. See, I mean, our tick is starting to be above. Our VIX is starting to move down, but we're bumping against this top piece here. So that's why we're kind of getting our back and forth. We bounced off the 200 on the VIX. Our advanced decline line, we went down and we could potentially go back up, but our vol is also gaining some pressure. And now we just got our butt kicked. Man, I am terrible this morning. Bummer. Added to my position with that drop because I think, hey, we're going to get it a little bit cheaper. And then it goes. If we do break that high, we should be sitting in a good spot. If we completely break down, we might be doing another account starting tomorrow. We'll see. Come on. Find that support. We got this head and shoulders right here. Boom, boom, boom. And then let's see if we can get to the upside again. We're running out of momentum though. Like, see this big strong push? Boom. And then we got this discount that came in. And now we're like, I can't get up. Oh, so Brad, you are not doing well right now. Let's see. Well, y'all, this is what we call failed trading, because apparently, as you can see, I am not very good at this. Like, I feel like I know what I'm talking about, and I can crush it from most day to day, and then I get a day like today that's like, haha, you suck. Then I like build my position on a shitty position and really just double down on this crap and lose my account. But hey, you know what makes good headline? Lost my account today, and then y'all will click on it and laugh at me. It's gonna be great. Maybe I should have called this the emotional trader because I want to just break stuff right now. We're down $1,000, folks. Actually, like $1,200, and we're just we are going to completely wreck this account today. I've got the hopium, but we are totally just we're gonna get wrecked. When we break that low, I'm gonna jump out of this trade and then just be done and turn off the stream and go break things. Man, it's gonna take me like a week and a half to make this up. God, I'm an idiot. When I know, right? When I know where it's gonna go. I know. Get wrecked. Feel so like an idiot. All right. Well, we're gonna call this one a day. And when we stream on Friday, we'll either be in a brand new account or we'll be trying to make our way back on this one. But right now I am definitely not feeling the love of the market this morning. Actually, quite opposite. I'm feeling like the market wants to kick me in the nuts today, and that doesn't feel good. So, all right. Sorry, I'm trying to hold on here so I can end this stream with either me closing this position out or with a banger, right? This is like the market's like, oh, look, the hope, we gave you hope. Especially since I was up like $300 and then I went down $700. See, this is bad news bears, man. Bad news bears. This is like a dramatic feed. The drama. The drama. This makes for good TV though, right? That gave you hope, didn't it? You thought I was out of trouble. Oh no. Oh no. This thing's gonna blast off to the downside. You had hope. I didn't have hope. I've done this enough, folks, that I know that this is just the market trying to get me to stay in before it wrecks me. Oh, man, I hate it when work meetings get in my way. I do have to jump off here before 7:30. Get ready for that meeting. All right, everybody. You'll have to tune in Friday to see what the end of this result was. All right, have a good day. We will see you in the next stream, either with a brand new account with a slot to make up for. Yeah. So have a great day. We'll see you later. Bye bye.